better deal! Yeah! Remix time!
A hand on his ear.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready. Can dig it.
Wow! Here's that! The sides match perfectly! Now if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
What is this? It's good. How did you guys do that?
Yes, but what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten local melody, like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well.
Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinez and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough?
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well. Something mysterious is going on here.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
I think you might know the answer.
Hold on.
French fry. Go.
What if we use that crazy sound?
Oh! Oh! But how?
What about that compressor Andre was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing?
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Interfacing? How? Is that a red check? It's a white check. I'm not gonna get it. I don't have any interfacing. I have no interfacing whatsoever. Oh. I have some interface. Okay, do we have anything else? Yeah, I
A better deal! Yeah!
Okay, now it's 8%. Yeah, I'll come back and do it.
The mother of humanism.
Alright. There's a church door. Oh, there's a bottle. I don't know where the door is he was talking about. Maybe it was outside? I'm trying really hard to help you guys. He wasn't there, right? No. What were they talking about? I thought I already solved the door. They just gave me the goddamn key. Alright. Samaran butter? Wait, there was a fucking. Feel like there was like wasn't there a There was a cargo door I had to rhetoric open. I'm gonna try that. Where is that cargo door? Wait, what's that? I can't get there. It was this one, right? Alright, let me put on my rhetoric clothes. If I have any rhetoric clothes. I think I might be wearing my rhetoric clothes. Okay, got one. Alright.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, and as it's always been.
Yep, figured I couldn't rhetoric. How can I just fucking... I am not using speed.
You're back before the...
Alright. I feel like I should just wait till tomorrow. I'll put that back. Alright. Ow! Fucking hell! Ah, cat. Okay. I'm back at this. Alright, I couldn't rhetoric a door open. Why would somebody... You know what? Whatever. I feel like I'm missing something. Wait. Do I even have? Did I ever accept from Joyce? Hold on. Fucking. God damn it. I wish there were like waypoints for like a bunch of these places, because like walking around it's fine, but like. Because I said I accept, like, I have the key to the apartment, but did I actually ever, have I just been running around this whole fucking time not accepting the fucking case for the, Jesus Christ, if I, because I don't see it on my, I don't, so fucking stupid if I don't do that. Hi, Joyce.
You're back. Good. The lorries are still stuck at the roundabout. If the police is asking, one of the drivers might have... Yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing. In the meantime, let me know...
Because I never accept... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking dumb. Alright, let's go. Now let's go talk to the racist. Running around in fucking circles because I never accepted a fucking quest because I'm a dumbass. Oh, I want to do hers, but I can't because fucking I'm stupid. Alright. Racist!
Looking for something, Hunt?
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
You're smoking.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage.
Perhaps it's good to agree to get him talking.
I take it you're not smuggling drugs?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Such a racist.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So, why are you here?
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see a lorry with a trailer with its doors open. What happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
How do you know who broke in?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man.
Who is doing drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam.
Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanux lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, alright? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Yep, let's go
Guess
talk to
so.
him. Alright. Now we got somewhere. Now I don't have to open the guy's apartment and perhaps have him get killed. Sealang, you're a lorry driver?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Well, we're looking into somebody transporting drugs.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Somebody else has identified you.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Okay, what do you know about the drug operation?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
Sling!
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd. He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Okay, if you don't know, I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Good thinking, Kim.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
Come on, we're buddies. Help us out.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
All right.
Alright, we're cool, Sling. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That was much easier once I realized I have to accept the goddamn quest. Alright, don't mess this up. Alright, she ain't no lady either. Excuse me, ma'am? Questions?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Hello.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
I was actually hoping you could tell me.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Bandero?
This is Gabriel Buendero.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were Mystique when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone? Are they not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
I have some questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots.
Can I see the soles
Maybe
of
she
your...
was at the hanging somehow.
Can I see the sole of your boots?
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's for police business, ma'am.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots, made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
And now the other one, please?
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence, Franco Negro, which happened 500 years
What do you
ago.
mean the coronation?
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
She's not odd soul.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. The size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
Before I came, you seemed, away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the lady driver?
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this.
A pale dream is what it is.
Where are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Where are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if it was contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
What's the Baudero thing?
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
The Boyadero, Boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magre.
What's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen?
Of course not. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, As he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
And I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought that was going.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Jerife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Then who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
Why are you scary to people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. The big ones, the trucks. There's no in the middle.
In the background,
Oh, Sim.
something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Great.
Yes. There is a protagonista. And an...
Those epithets, I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug.
Then what were you...
This line of questioning, maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Irat? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel. He's no Franco Negro. He's no... Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
That's what I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously. Easy.
That's correct.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or I can just relax and let...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough
Alright. So there are no drugs here. Great! Tommy? Tommy, do you know anything about drugs? I promise I won't bust you. I just need help.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman. Do you think she's here? Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Look, I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. It looks like she's maybe involved in drug trafficking.
Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
It really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
Come on, she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Ah, shit, suicide.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
So everyone's afraid of her and you're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
Put myself in your shoes. I need this for an investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
Fine.
Thank you, friend.
Okay, let's... You!
Looking for something, Aunt?
Where's the
Don't you tell
lady?
me- I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell me which one's her lawyer.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be
Let him do this.
You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurch.
Very good.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy.
Alright, half-light, right? Okay, what do I got for half-light? I knew I had something. That's negative half-life. Don't wear that. I don't have anything. Oh, I got one. Okay, okay. I won't fuck this up. I won't fuck this up.
Looking for something, Aunt?
The main thing...
Nope. I'm not... Listen. I spent too long on this.
Looking for something, Aunt?
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Alright, where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
Punch him in the face!
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna put you in the cell with a giant kip, and you're gonna be breathing kip dick. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Which one?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline.
This must be it. I assume I need to get in.
This screen found eight.
This must be the one he told us about.
The glass on the side. Posters cover this. The door is there's no pic.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Alright. Take off my shirt! Any other physical instruments? I know I had a few. Nope. Oh. Just making sure. Okay, here we go.
This screen found A to Z. Content. With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching. The window shatters.
Sato.
Sorry.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric, voila, a stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. These service tunnels were probably... Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the...
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague. The Besmerti is a Revachol with cool names, like La Puta Madre. It's definitely not the Union. They just do some. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't, and
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a
best not to disturb the scene.
The stack of maps looks. One of them particularly catches your eye. There's definitely perfume in it. The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably the actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. This is Tijon, a starlet. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River. The actresses and the rear act. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like but one odd detail. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern of the driver's right sole boots. Oh.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks.
One of the footprints of the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The missing 8th Hardy.
Looks like her, yes.
Running a drug trade.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on
the movie stars are. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over one. Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UK. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
A 20-kilometer radius, the ghostly actresses, a metallic drawer. It's an issue of Peripherique from It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine.
The Ulan frequency system.
Pull out toolbox sliced back into its nest. He closed the rusty.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Listen, I don't want to work for Everett. But...
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
So it turns out the Union is connected?
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
RCM will open an investigation?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader's a cinephile?
Yes, well...
unimportant.
Debrief over.
Joyce, we did your sting. Listen, so here's what I think happened. She was probably raped by the security guard, and she got revenge on him. and shot him somehow. And then the Hardy Boys decided to all blame it on themselves and make it look like they all killed him, so we can't arrest them. That's probably what happened, and it sucks, cause that shit sucks. All right, hi.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with the Lorryman.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where? What eyes?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement. But the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What about this bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Alright, what's the connection between a lynching and a strike? But I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
So he was your bodyguard. Momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
You need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Yeah, as I've learned.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders. For now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh, fuck.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
This is not good.
It's not good, no. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Why are you telling me this?
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this pretty bleak?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
The colonel, the one who hanged. Do you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
His name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Nationality, how old he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. The remaining contractors, their tribunal, it's what they believe.
What did teenagers say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
We heard she was raped!
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who is the woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Can you tell me about Colonel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welch.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Shit.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors.
Anything
Sadly,
else?
no.
Okay.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them they're off the case?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Where are the 2 remaining mercs?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We'll steer clear from for the moment.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, You're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
Oh no.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Photo.
Of course.
For about... She wears fingerless gloves.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by... The sailor's soul would use it to fly back quite a few.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande. Through what I... Revachol. Those are the two
The old world.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. His platoon members? The other
You wouldn't even know.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Titus, we have to talk. They're gonna fucking kill you. Probably shouldn't walk in with a crowbar. Alright, I need to put my authority clothes on. This is gonna be bad. This is all really fucking bad. This is terrible. This is fuck. We're fucked. I am not into this. All right. Do you know your union's involved in drugs? Hey there. I know you don't like me, but this is important.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
So, connected you to a local drug trade?
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
She runs this, doesn't she?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
So I talked to Joyce, and the merc you hanged, well, his friends are gonna be coming after you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal. They're coming after you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
They're mercenaries armed with automatic weapons, guys.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Did you know a single Serenese giant hornet can kill 40 bees in a minute?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees. They're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
They're bad news, dude.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Well, they've gone rogue and nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman?
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had...
It's bound to happen again, you know?
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
So, why is this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
No, the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous.
Never been worried in my life.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there.
Elizabeth.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Everett!
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
No, she's gonna be fine.
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
He chooses to believe what's best for her.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahome.
Why Tommy Lahome?
Tommy Lahome was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders.
Excuse me?
A flinch jolts his frame. The question is touched.
I've got
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. I can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask.
Conceptualization? Do I have any conceptualizing clothes? I thought I did. Oh. Okay.
still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner.
A
It
mirror's
starts
temperature is always 0. It's ice in its veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where graspingly you take part of the shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I think those words are mine.
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
If it makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
You found some common ground with this man, even in...
Alright, we gotta talk to her. Also, I gotta open up that goddamn fucking thing. I am going to open Ever, we have to talk. There's gonna be a goddamn fucking bloodbath. Wait.
Right to work. What's it to you? Big mess. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at territorial. Uh-huh. There's a
I will open that cargo hold. One day. Wait. Stop. Alright. Do I have any rhetoric clothes? I don't think I have rhetoric clothes. Do not have rhetoric clothes.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not and as it's always been. It's impossible.
I am okay, Everett. We need to talk. There's gonna be a lot of dead. There's gonna be so many dead people here.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. Ah, yes, your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's
Great! You want to bounce something off your old friend, Mr. Clare, right? Well, let's hear it, Harry. Absolutely, Harry. What's on your mind? My dear Harry, there are literally... Harry, you smooth...
Smooth talking.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back. Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm... Oh, that one.
Told you.
all gonna fucking die. We're all gonna fucking die. Wait. Alright, I'm done for tonight.